join the show. Hey, but you know that parasite shit got me kind of spooked. So y'all see how I'm getting prepared. Brother High Tim ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? While I'm on this fast, this is day number 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. So look, we got that. We got that vinegar ambrosia. I got the cinnamon, the turmeric, coconut oil, and some Death Eater. We about to get it in. Peace. We're gonna talk a little bit more about parasites. I know that kind of freaks you out, but we got to. Bring them out, 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 bring them out. Hey, we're about to get our toast on. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Now and in the future, shouts out to Miss Sheila. She one of the early morning troopers. Early morning troopers. I'm like, wow. Hey, here we go. We about to drink our water. Stay hydrated, family. Get that water in you. As they say, I never heard Dr. Sebi say it. You know what I'm saying? Sending shots out to Dr. Sebi, but I understand he taught that the body was electric, right? That life energy, right, that flows through it. So we got to give it something to flow on, right? So we're going to toast. We're going to drink that water. Stay hydrated, family. And when I said I never heard Dr. Sebi say it, is that I've never really seen Dr. Sebi. I just really found out about him. Well, actually, I found out about him years ago because one of my elders was talking about him. But I never really seen any of his videos and stuff, so I hear a lot of people say he say that. So I don't want to be misquoting somebody, but I want to salute them if they did. So we want this to help the electricity or the eye shade flow through our bodies. We toast and we drink up this water. Now, we still experimenting with that chloroxygen. I have noticed in my meditations I'm able to retain my breath or my breathing exercises. I'm able to maintain my breath just a little bit longer. So now when I do my review on it, I'm gonna tell you some of the drawbacks because it's kind of freaky. Because now I haven't been eating, if I stick out my tongue, got green stuff on my tongue, so I try not to drink nothing before I come here. So this My tongue is stained green, and my stool is green. So you got to get used to it because you dropping green poop. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's crazy, right? And then you start feeling it, and it hits you, and it start working real fast. But we'll talk a little bit more about this probably within the next week because we still got to finish our review, or at least the first half of our review of the black seed oil as well. I ain't let y'all see the color this time because we've been doing this for a while, so y'all know is that it's dark green. So I'm gonna finish that drink. Poor old ginseng is just waiting to be ate. I'm gonna eat this as soon as I come off my fast, family. I promise. And if I ran out of ambrosia like today, I'm gonna pull it out and put it in a plastic bag, put it in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna eat that. This is that ginseng ambrosia, nice and aged, exposed to the air. I'm about to go downstairs and cap the other one because I'm almost out of ambrosia. But you know what's good about that? My next batch is ready. I will check on it tonight. For those that never seen a live ginseng root. And speaking of roots, Miss Sheila, I have not received my dandelion root yet. For those that never seen the ginseng root, see that? Call it the man root because it look like a little man. See the little head on top? Look at it, you got the little head on top and you got the body, the man root. So I'm going to say that for when I am done with this fast, which I don't know. Some of y'all, if you know me, I'm funny like that. I don't want to claim stuff that I'm not able to do, so I just do it. So I'm on day 4. So here we go. The only thing I'm doing is the ambrosia, the coconut oil, this, all the stuff for this drinks. I'm just drinking a lot of water, a lot of stuff to help clean me out, the chloroxygen, coconut water. I'm also doing coconut water too. Alright, so we're going to toast. First, we call on our creator by whatever name we choose to call that creator. We call on that creator to bless and guide us and strengthen us in everything we think, say, and do. We call on that creator to touch our hearts and to touch the hearts of those that are around us. We call on the creator to touch the body of those that's around us. Hey, I'm patient. Actually, I give them more time to dry. So that might have been right on time. So we continue our toast, right? We toast the creator and we call on that energy to be around us, be present, and to flow from us and back into us, all right? We toast that creator and we say Ashe. From there, we toast our personal ancestors. We call on our grandmothers and our grandfathers. We toast them. We lift them up. We toast our mothers and our fathers. We toast our aunts and our uncles. We toast our friends and our cousins. All those loved ones that help to put in time to help make us. We just went through a Memorial Day, right? And it's good that as a society we recognize those people who played a major part in our lives. Not just the military, but people that played a major part in our lives. And it's good that we remember them. It's good that we have festive activities around them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm suggesting that we do a little bit more of that in our families, in our communities, in our tribes. Why? Because that brings us together. that gives us time to remember, that gives us time to tell stories about our family lines, which our children need to know, right? Because, we need our children to understand that stories go farther than just the movies, you know what I'm saying? We need to let our children know that we have a stake in history. And it's just as deep as the Star Wars saga and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that our children understand that we play a role in this thing called life, right? So we toast those ancestors and we remember them, right? We call on them. We ask for them to be active in our lives, and we are active in theirs because we're getting up and toasting. I want to send shouts out to Brother Calvin, and we're going to run down my family line, and then y'all can throw some of y'all's up, or let some of y'all throw some up real quick before I start my family line. But, it's all about us toasting our ancestors and remembering them, because that energy is a certain energy, you know what I'm saying, with our minds, that ashe, right? When we send that ashe out, it comes back, right? So those of us that had a wherewithal to get up and do this toast, or even to participate in it, we're sending energy out, and that energy is being flipped and sent right back to us, right? Through blessings and through whatever, you know what I'm saying, through healing, through whatever we need, because we're asking. So we toast those ancestors. I go Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walker, Christopher Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Geneva Brown, Cleveland Brown, Margaret Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Wash Ellis, No More X, Mama Malika, Jamon Jones, Montague Pittman L, Dr. Marianne Williams, Pastor Yusuf Western, Brother Sapat, Elder Hairston, Elder Donaldson, did I say Jamon Jones yet? Jamon Jones. I can't remember anymore right now. They're not coming to my mind. But all those that's in our minds, that was able to come out of our mouths, and all those that's in our hearts, we toast them and we say Ashe. From there, we move to this present moment. We call on today, which is Ujima. Powerful day, family. Powerful day. But those of you that's tuning in, I'm going to kind of mess you up, because I'm going to run down a list of some of these parasites. God damn. Excuse my language in the middle of a toast, but I am freaked out. I'm freaked out about these. Alright, but on this day of Ujima, collective work and responsibility, I feel it's my responsibility to make sure y'all know what's creeping out here and how people get it, right? And, because we kind of talked about how to deal with it yesterday, and I done mixed up a drink that I'm going to consume while I'm on this fast and a little bit afterwards, but I'm going to perfect this, and I'm going to bottle this up and call it that parasite killing ambrosia. So we toast this present moment, Ujima, and we say Ashe. From there, we move on to our children, our children's children, unto infinity. It's too early for Sasha and Gina to be up. Khalid about to get up in a minute because he got to start practicing on his learning his computer language. But like I said, we gotta get our children prepared for the future, do we not? Right? So we toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. The last, I toast you, and whatever you may need from the ancestors, whatever you may need from the Creator, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, I toast. And just special libations. If anybody got any special libations that they want me to toast, just like with the ancestors, throw it up. You have something going on in your life, throw it up. Either throw it up on Facebook with me live, you know what I'm saying, when you catch it there, or on YouTube, put it down below in the comments, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I tell drinking. This that ginseng ambrosia, by the way. Very mature and bitter. I like it. Woo! Alright. Getting that microbiome together, y'all. Help fight those parasites. Yeah, I'm gonna be saying parasites for the next couple of days because that shit blew my mind. Oh my God, fam. Listen. Listen. They say that these things communicate through chemicals and are able to influence our behaviors. Do y'all? Do you understand that? Right? Influence behavior because they able to release the same chemicals that your neurons release. So in a sense, it's telling your body what they want. What? So it's a possibility that we being controlled from the outside as well as the inside. I can't. You can't fuck with me like that. I'm sorry. I can't allow that. Not at all. Right? So I'm gonna finish this up and I'm gonna get right into these little I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna drink that. I'm gonna kill them. Along with this, kill them. Alright, Facebook, love you. But we gotta go. It's time for me to get into the show. I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace. Alright, YouTube fam. It's just us. And I'm gonna read a little bit about these parasites. I was gonna talk about some of the herbs that I use and just review. Right? To review, but nah, we about to get into this whole parasite conversation once again. I'm sorry. So I'm call this parasites number 2, right? And I know y'all like, brother, I tell you, you're going a little bit too far with these. I just found some shit last night. I just want to read it to you, and I'm gonna mess up the words and all that. I'm gonna mess it up more than usual, right? Because I want you to see the varieties and the parts of the body that these things attack, right? And a lot of them we may be safe from in America, we may be not. But there are ones that's here. Alright? Alright. Alright, fam. Here we go. Right? So I'm looking and I'm going through Wikipedia, and I know Wikipedia is not a trusted source, but in this case I'm going to because I think probably aren't that too far off. Alright. So they start with what they call protozoan organisms. Common name of organism. Like they got a whole bunch, so I'm gonna just run through them and tell you what they attacked. They got one called the granulomatous amoebic encephalitis and acanthomoebia cureitis, eye infection. It affects the eye, brain, and skin. You find it by culture, and it affects worldwide. How do you get it? Contact lenses cleaned with tap water. You got granulomatous amoebic encephalitis, skin infection, brain and skin, worldwide via respiratory tract or skin lesions. You have babesiosis, red blood cells. Prevalence: New York, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket. Different species of worldwide distribution. Tick bites, Oxidus, and Scapularis. That's the source of transmission. But this one is like New York got their own. New York, big city of dreams. But everything in New York ain't always what you see. Might be cool if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law. I know my way around. Too much. Too many worms. Too much. Damn, they got their own worm. Affects the red blood cells, y'all. Balantidiasis. It affects the intestinal mucosa. May become invasive in some patients. It don't have a place where this one is prevalent. Ingestion of cysts, zoonotic infection acquired from pig feces. Blastocytosis. It affects the intestinal. Worldwide, one of the most common human parasites. United States, 23% of the population during year 2000. It infected 23% of the population of the United States during the year 2000. Developing regions affect 40 to 100% of the total population. Eating food contaminated with feces from an infected human or animal. Kind of make you wonder what's going on in some of those slaughterhouses, huh? Some of these gardens, right? Some of these places we be getting our food. Cryptoporidosis. It affects the intestines. Is worldwide. No, it's widespread. You get it by ingestion of oocytes, sporulated. Some species are zoonotic. Bovine fecal contamination. Cycloporiasis. It affects the intestines in the United States. Ingest of oocytes through contaminated food. Diatomebosis. Intestine stew up to 10% in the industrialized countries. America, that includes America. Ingesting water or food contaminated with feces. Amoebiasis. Intestines, mainly large, can go to extraintestinal sites. Intestines, mainly the large intestines. Stool, areas with poor sanitation, high population density, and tropic regions. Fecal oral transmission of cysts, not amoeba. A cyst. It's called giardiasis. Lumen of the small intestines, widespread. Ingestion of cysts in fecal contaminated water or food can be zoonotic. Deer, beavers. Isoporiasis. Epithelial cells in small intestines. Worldwide, less common than toxoplasma or cytosporidium. Fecal or oral route ingestion of sporulated oocyte. This one is called leishmaniasis, cutaneous, mucocutaneous, or visceral. Worldwide, phlebotomist leukemia, bite of several species of phlebotomine sandflies. I told you I was gonna mess some of these up, right? We ain't even make it. Here we go. Primary amoebic meningina facilis, brain. Rare but deadly. Nasal insufflation of contaminated warm fresh water. Poorly chlorinated swimming pools, hot springs, soil. Damn. Malaria. It affects the red blood cells and the liver. Mosquito bites at night. Tropical, 250 million cases a year. Rhinosporidiasis, nose, nasopharynx, India and Sri Lanka. We won't go into that one. Sarcocytosis, intestine muscles, widespread ingestion of uncooked, undercooked beef, pork with sarcocytes. Toxoplasmosis, eyes and brains, ingestion of uncooked, undercooked pork, lamb, goat with Toxoplasma brandozyotes, ingestion of raw milk with Toxoplasma tachyzyotes, ingestion of contaminated water, food or soil with oocytes, and cat feces that is more than 1 day old. Trichinosis, y'all know that one. Trichomoniasis, right? Female urogenital tract, males asymptomatic, worldwide, sexually transmitted infection, only trophozoite form, no cyst. Sleeping sickness, blood, lymph, and central nervous system, 50 to 70,000 people, only found in Africa. TC fly, day-biting fly of the genus. Chagas disease, colon, esophagus, heart, nerves, muscle, and blood. Found in Mexico, Central America, South America, 16 to 18 million. Kissing bug, insect vector needs at night. Alright, now, we ain't even into that's the amoebas and shit, right? We on part 2. This protozoan organisms. Now, here we go with part 2. Y'all ready? Tapeworm. Tapeworm infection. Intestine, stool, rare. They say rare but worldwide. How is it rare but worldwide? That shit don't make no sense. Diphyllobothrosis, tapeworm. Intestine, blood. Europe, Japan, Uganda, Peru, Chile. Ingestion of raw fish and water fish. Echinococcus. Livers, lungs, kidney, and spleen. Mediterranean countries. This one comes from as intermediate host ingestion of material contaminated by feces from a carnivore. As definite host ingestion of uncooked meat, offal from a herbivore. Carnivore, dog. I mean, for those that don't know, dog. Hematoplastosis. That one is just a mystery. Ingestion of material contaminated by flower beetles, mealworms, cockroaches. Then say where this one at. I guess they trying to motherfucker scared because we might got that one. This one is it don't tell you what it affect. It don't tell you where it's from. It just tell you how you get the shit. Alright. Beef tapeworm. Intestines. Worldwide distribution, ingestion of undercooked beef. You know those movies where they be talking about I wanted it rare. Right? Go and try to be like those movies if you want to. Cysticercosis, pork tapeworm. Brain, muscle, eye, cyst in conjunctiva anterior, chamber, subretinal space, stool, blood, ingestion of undercooked pork. So pork got his own tapeworm, right? Some of us knew this, right? Bertialiasis, it affects intestines. Stew, they say rare. Contact with non-human primates, so you got to get in contact with a monkey. Now, I got a question, but I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna do some more research before I ask that question. Sparganosis. This one is a mystery too. Ingestion material contaminated with infected dog or cat feces. Humans, dead end host. So this means that once it gets in us, it dies. I mean, it dies off. But this shit could live in you for a while. I'm saying. So it's called sparginosis. All right. Now we into the flukes. So we just got done with tapeworms. We almost done. This one is chlornorchiasis, gallbladder duct, and inflammation of liver. I might be saying these wrong. Prevalence in East Asian, ingestion of under-prepared fresh water and fish. Lancet liver fluke, gallbladder, ingestion of ants. They say it's rare. You eat ants, you got this motherfucker. Liver fluke, fasciolosis, liver, gallbladder. Fasciosa herpetica in Europe, Africa, Australia, the Americas, and Oceania. Fasciola gigantica, only in Africa and Asia. 2.4 million people infected by both species. A freshwater snail. You get this by fucking with snails. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna shut up. Fasciopiasis, intestine, stool or vomitus. Oh, this is how they find it. East Asia, 10 million people. Ingestion of infested water plants or water intermediate host amphibic snails. Metageomyces, stool. You find it Siberia, Manchuria, Balkan states, Israel, Spain. Ingestion of undercooked or salted fish. Meteorchiasis, Canada, U.S., Greenland. Ingestion of raw fish. That's that for us sushi lovers. And I'm saying for us sushi lovers, right? Because I'm gonna make some statements at the end of this, right? Chinese liver flukes. Bile duct. 1.5 billion people in Russia consuming infected raw, salt, lightly salted or frozen fish. Parasites. Lungs. East Asia, ingestion of raw, undercooked freshwater crabs, crayfish, or other crustaceans. Schistosomiosis. Myiasis. It says bilharziosis, or snail fever. Africa, Caribbean, Eastern South America, East Asia, Middle East, 200 million people. Skin exposure to water contaminated with infected freshwater snails. Intestinal cytomyosis. Intestines, liver, spleen, lungs, skin, rarely infects the brain. Oh, thank you for staying away from the brain. Africa, Caribbean, South America, Asia, Middle East, 83 million people. Skin exposure to water contaminated with infected bioflamaria, freshwater snails. Urinary schistotomyosis. Kidney, bladder, uterus, lungs, skin. Skin exposure to water contaminated with infected boneless snails. Alright, a lot of these are not in America. Cytomyosis, China, East Asia, Philippines, skin exposure to water contaminated with infected. These snails are some motherfuckers. Asian cytomyosis. Alright, we're going to skip that one because that's another one with the snails. Enough with the snails. Now this one don't even have an initial name, but it got echinatomosa, echinatanum, small intestines. Far East, ingestion of raw fish, mollusks, snails. So those that eat sushi, you catch that shit. Swimmer's itch. Worldwide, skin exposure, contaminated water, snails, and vertebrates. Ah, damn. So every species got worms, right? Got these little parasites. But let's go on a little bit. Roundworms. I think that'd be enough to ruin your breakfast. Right, but just to get you thinking, right? And so we got anoclimatiasis or hookworm, lungs, small intestines, blood, common tropical warm, moist climates, penetration of skin by L3 larvae. That one we might not have to worry about here yet. And I want, in some of my rants, when I say yet, because a lot of this shit come if we allow confusion and fuckery to continue in our politics, where we go to war with ourselves. And next thing you know, we catching shit like that. This one is angio strong ialiasis, intestines, ingestion infected feces, infected slugs. Them slugs, and goddamn. Anaphylaxis, allergic reactions. So you might not even have allergies. This thing just make you look like you have allergic reaction. Incidental host. Ingestion of raw fish, squid, cuttlefish, octopus. Goddamn. Roundworm, parasitic pneumonia. Did y'all hear that? Roundworm, parasitic pneumonia. Intestines, liver, appendix, pancreas, lungs. Loeffler's syndrome. Common in tropical and subtropical regions. Roundworm. They just got the roundworm. Intestines, livers, lung, brain, eyes. Rare, North America, stool from raccoons. Some of the raccoons could be trying to get some of y'all back, because some of y'all used to fuck with some of them raccoons, right? Come shit up in your food or something. Roundworm, lymphatic filariasis, lymph nodes. Wow, shut down the lymph nodes, but this is a tropical region. All right. Dictophamine renals infection, kidneys. Rare. Ingestion of undercooked or raw freshwater fish. Guinea worm. This one we want to read because this they're trying to eradicate that one. Pinworm. Intestines and anus, widespread temperate regions. That's, y'all know that you get that shit here. Gnathosomiasis, subcutaneous tissue under the skin. Rare Southeast Asian, ingestion of raw, uncooked meat, freshwater fish, chicken, snails, frogs, pigs, or contaminated water. Now, I know some of y'all like, Brother Hatim, why are you reading all this? Because I want you to think about this, right? We have trade agreements from around where I go to a market called Saraga Market, and I walk in there, and I got food from everything. So I can find snails, I can find all types of shit up in there, right? Fish, they got fresh fish up in there, fish swimming and shit. And then they got other fish. You know what I'm saying? We got trade agreements. We got chickens and shit coming from different countries now. Trump just sealed a deal where China take our cows, we take their chickens, right? So I'm reading a lot of this because some of us may be eating this shit and we don't even know it, right? And just by a lapse of attention, we might not cook it thoroughly. We might have the fire up too high, and the warmth don't go all the way to the center. But let me get off of that. We got helicophobias. It affects the brain, soil contaminated wounds. So we don't even have a place where this happens. So it's like you got a wound that get contaminated with soil, right? Soil is a possibility. You get a worm. Filariasis, calabar swelling, connective tissue, lungs and eyes. This is given by a horsefly bites in the day. Rainforest of West Africa, okay. I don't know if they let in those motherfuckers in the country yet. But I imagine if they pay $500,000, they get a special visa, right? Mansonellasis, filariasis, subcutaneous layers of skins, insect. They don't have a country where this shit is. River blindness, skin, eye tissue, similar black fly biting during the day. Africa, Yemen, Central, South America, near cool, fast flowing rivers. Everywhere I want to go. Goddamn. Strong lodiasis, parasitic pneumonia. intestines, lungs, skin, lava currents, skin penetration. They don't even have a country where this shit is. So this is everywhere. So some pneumonias are parasitic. They're caused by parasites. Thalassiasis, eyes, Asia and Europe. Toxocarisis, liver, brain, eyes. Worldwide distribution. Pica, unwashed food contaminated with Toxcara eggs, undercooked livers of chicken. Pica, right? You hear some people talking about your kid might got pica, right? They chewing on walls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look for, you know what I'm saying? This parasite can drive them to start eating their pencils and shit. That's what pica does. You know what I'm saying? Eat the, I'm leaving them. Henososis, muscle, parietal region, small intestines. More common in developing countries due to improved feeding practices in developed countries. Ingestion of undercooked pork. That's trichinosis. Whipworm. It affects the large intestines, anus. Common worldwide. Accidental ingestion of eggs and dry goods such as beans, rice, and various grains, or soil contaminated with human feces. Gotta start washing this shit off, y'all. Elephantitis. We know we don't get that over here, but it affects the lymphatic system. That's why you swell up like an elephant. Tropical and subtropical mosquito bites at night. All right, family. So we at 39 minutes. Sorry for the going over, but I felt that it was important that we talk about these different. I want y'all to think about all the areas. We talk about viruses that we could get here, or not virus, or parasites that we could get here that affect the eyes, affect the nasal cavity, affect the skin, affect the lungs, affects the liver, affect the kidneys, the intestines, right? Every part of us is susceptible to this, right? By us not taking care. Now, I'm gonna say this because I'm not so paranoid that I don't realize that some of the shit we're gonna come in contact with anyway. But that's why we gotta have our protocols. This is why, for example, our ancestors talk about rituals and systematic lives, right? So there has to be a system with us, like the intermittent fast and giving our body time to heal, time to digest food, time to battle some of that stuff, allowing your body to fast so that you can battle some of this shit, taking certain things on a regular basis so that you can strengthen up your own defenses. We can't stop ourselves from getting all this shit, but we can stop this shit from growing inside of us and controlling us, right? So that we can win the battle within. Because I think one of the reasons that we're not winning the battle without, because we're not winning the battle within. And I honestly think that, in a sense, our enemies, some people like to say white supremacy. I'm not into that shit. But I'm going to say it so that y'all understand me. I got to speak the language that y'all speak, right? But the West Asians, right? I think they recruited some of these motherfuckers and got them working in our community. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of this shit wasn't made. Some of it that they don't even mention is made in the laboratory, designed to make us have certain cravings, make us have certain reactions, right? Because we're awful emotional, right? You know what I'm saying? We're awful prone to certain shit. And I'm wondering if some of that shit that we're prone to and some of that shit that we're doing and some of the food that we're eating, could a parasite have been developed to help us in our decision making? To help pull us towards it? Because they know the effects of these things, right? I'm like this. I mean, germ warfare. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it moved to parasitic warfare. I'm just like, yo. So, hey, we got to try to keep our bodies clean. So, I'm on my 4th day of my fast. I don't know if I'm going to make it through the day, y'all. Y'all need to comment. Let me know how long y'all want me to do this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And then if I can't do this one that long, I do the next one that long. Because this is going to become a regular part of my thing, especially with y'all. Also, I need to go on and advertise one of my sponsors. Put it up there where you at. There you go. Y'all see it? want y'all to see the number. Where the number at? Al Malika Hair and Body Butter. 937-705-5558. Right? I'm going to use this right after I get out of my cold shower. I got to go get my son up because it's time for him to start practicing his computer. What are you going to master today, family? That's going to be one of the next things we talk about, mastery. After we get through the herbs, because I need to go and talk to y'all about the ginseng. I need to talk to y'all about the tart cherry. I need to re-talk to y'all about the dandelion root. I need to re-talk to y'all about that burdock root, because those are two dynamic herbs that help your body get ready to battle some of these parasites. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking that a lot of these sicknesses, the autoimmune, like I said, a lot of these autoimmune diseases can be caused by parasites because it affects the same parts of the body. So by us not having a healthy microbiome, by us not having that healthy gut bacteria working for us, like we got those of us that's sipping on this ambrosia, those of us that's slipping on that ACV, right? Those that's because I'm coming out with the vinegar. Now those that are interested in getting the vinegar, or even those that want the detox drink, because I'm gonna make that shit, right? The detox drink that not only helps clean out your body, but one helps detox the liver and help get rid of these goddamn parasites. The reason I'm focusing on the liver, because the liver produces bile, and that bile is anti-parasitic. Parasites can't stand the bile that the liver produces, so we need to clean up that liver, right? So I'm gonna drink my drink. I'm gonna take my shit. I'm gonna gargle. I'm gonna do my coconut oiletting. I'm gonna finish cleaning up the kitchen, so I don't have to have no beef with my wife. I'm gonna get my son up so he could do his studies. And tomorrow, unless I get hit by some more parasitic information, we will be talking about dandelion root. All right. Then I think I'm gonna do either the review of the black seed oil, or I'm gonna do moving to the next herb, because we definitely gotta talk about tart cherry, because that's a new flavor. All right, and I'm out. Thank you for watching the video. I want you to subscribe. Click the bird right there, the fiery bird. And I also have a special video just for you, right there. And for those that want more information about Gye-Nyame Journey, go to our site. It should be right about there.